this go live on our page, our testing page. Alright. We are good to go right here. Boom. Okay. So we're live on our Facebook page, you're live, and I'm live on YouTube. Now we gotta do the clap things. Alright. Alright, on the count of three, one big clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
One more time.
One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Then we do it together?
No, we didn't. Alright, ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. That was good.
Alright, I'll take that.
That was good.
Alright, so, well, for those that'll be watching this broadcast later, I got my man Tyreek Singh here, brand new member to, of course, Top Team USA. Ty,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for taking the Sunday to absolutely school me in Black Ops 4. This is our second games broadcast. The first time with was Elijah. Ty's been telling me come on over here, so I'm gonna just tell you right now, if I get on here and get schooled, I'm blaming the refs. That's what I'm doing. That's how we. I mean, that's what we do now, right? If you didn't win, it's the refs' fault.
Oh, man. I'm not
So-
too sure about all that.
Well, hey, you know what? It is what it is. So, Ty, you got control of the game. You go ahead and take us away. Let's get some Black Ops 4 going on, and we'll see how you're doing this Sunday. We'll talk about the changeover from teams, what you got planned, etc., etc. But for now, I'm gonna try to
Yes,
survive.
sir. I'm going to snipe. I feel like it's a bit unfair
Oh,
to,
man.
you know.
Now, from what Ty's been telling me, he is like, let me just look at the levels right now. I'm level 16, little, just baby face, just coming here, scrub level. You know, are you a quick scoper?
Me, yeah, I'm a quick scoper.
Oh man,
I'm a quick scoper.
this might get nasty real quick. As long,
Nah,
we're on the same team.
I haven't played this game in a while. It's been really long.
So let's see. You're a gamer. You're obviously a PS4 gamer.
Sir.
Your gamer tag, or rather your PlayStation 4 ID will be out there. I know you can invite people if you want and everything. But what else are you playing these days?
I play Fortnite. I do tournaments for Fortnite. I play Mono. I really don't play Modern Warfare that often, but I play Fortnite by myself. But if I wanted to play with friends, I'll play Modern Warfare or GTA or something like that. I'm all about where my friends are. I'm gonna play.
Right, I got you. And the great thing about this is that, so I get online and Ty's hit me with all these questions. We're like, hey, do you want to set this up? That? He is schooling me on the technical streaming stuff, so it's good to have somebody up there with the knowledge of streaming and everything else. So
Yeah, twitchtv.com/TySync.
there you go.
plug.
Get little plug. And you know what? And I'll click that link on there so you can get some more subscribers and you can watch him as he absolutely goes to town. All right, we got a little team deathmatch going on right now. There's Ty in
How was
front
your
of me.
Sunday, Mal?
Sunday's been good. I woke up a little bit under the weather today, man, but you know, one of those gonna push through because tomorrow's the real get back. Kids go back to school. I go back to work. It's, you know, if I'm not ready, if I'm not ready, you got to be ready now.
Sir.
First death already. Ugh. What's going on?
We gotta-
I was gonna say, what's going on in NYC this Sunday?
Nothing really. We went to work out early in the morning. That's about it. I usually stream today too, but you know, I'm doing an interview, so I'll probably stream a little bit later.
Okay. What any game you thinking about playing or whatever you get into?
I'm probably gonna play Fortnite, and I actually fell back in love with this game because I was playing a little bit earlier, and now I think I'm about to stream this game.
Hey, there we go. Well, you know, I actually started watching. There's a guy out there. What is his name? These Knives Only, and he only
These
plays.
Knives Only, oh.
You know what I'm talking about? He only plays with
Yeah.
knives. I mean, it's absolutely
He's-
criminal what he does to some people.
Yeah, he could shoot a gun too, though.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that. I thought he was just a knifer, but yeah, he's deadly with just about anything that's in his hands.
Yeah, I don't really like this map.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little bit bigger map. You got to run around. There's.
I think it's because you have the DLCs.
Yeah, that's what it must be. And some of those are grand right now, but I'm also trying to readjust from playing Modern Warfare and then jumping down to
Yeah.
Black Ops 4. It's a task.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could play Modern Warfare, but I really don't want to go through the heartache.
The game is kind of busted right now, so now we can stay here. This is fine. This is fine. And you know what?
I had to switch from the sniper because it wasn't really working out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make a class change too. And you know what? Shout out to Bailey. Bailey, I kept telling you we're gonna get together for this, so I know you're supposed to be next. I'm sorry, Bailey. I'll definitely get you on.
Bailey, I did it first. You mad?
You know what? That brings us some interesting conversation. You and Bailey, to be, you know, competitors at the opposite end, there was a huge rumor going around that Bailey and, of course, you and Troy were going to straight up. One, how did it feel to be, like, the subject of all these rumors that were going around?
It was kind of funny to be honest. Like, just looking at, like, when Alex posted the rumor alert, and then everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to straight up." And I'm watching all these podcasts, and
right.
Some of them had the right idea, some of them didn't. It was just nice. It was nice, and it was a good laugh. You know.
It's kind of funny because you know what's going on, but yet you're the subject of, you know, the rumor alert or what everybody's talking about. And I mean, I do like the way you guys, you know, just kept it calm. You just let the word come out when the word came out, you know, what was going on. But it's also funny because, you know, everybody's talking about you and you're sitting there, you know the truth, and you just let people think what they think.
That's the best part. That's the best part.
Absolutely. Man, I have seriously 0 kills this game. This is terrible.
Don't worry, this is not one of the better maps. So we'll warm up when we get the regular maps.
Yeah, there's definitely a warm up going on right now. So, brand new 2020. You're on Team USA.
2020 GOAT year.
And you know, I actually like this kind of lineup. You know, really the majority of your team, and talking about in terms of fighters, you do have a lot of lightweights that are on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, between everybody.
We have a lot of lightweights. I think the only really like heavyweight we have is probably Sensei Troy. And I think we have Henry. I don't know if Henry's a heavyweight or not, but I guess he would be considered. He's like the middleweight slot, I guess.
Right. I mean, in terms of teams, you know, back in the day, they used to have enforce a light, middle, and heavy. Now you can fight with whomever or whatever you want. But with a three-man lightweight setup, I mean, I really believe you guys can compete with any and all people.
I totally agree. I think we are able to compete with. If you really think about it, most of the bigger fighters are in the lightweight division now. Not, you know what I mean, not bigger, but I would say the lightweight category has the better competitors.
Right.
The heavyweight, we have a few heavyweights that are really good, but I think we have more good lightweights than there are heavyweights.
Well, you know, and make a comparison to maybe let's just say even 10 years ago, I'll try take two. The athleticism of the fighters that are out there now. I mean, like, everybody has it. It used to be only your lighter fighters had the ability to move that quick and everything, but now you're dealing with everyone. Everybody's training different now. You've got, you know, all sorts of different training, cross training, and now it highlights it even more for your lightweights to be more athletic, you know, and faster. I mean, just like you, the clip we were looking at earlier from last year, I think it was what is that? Ocean State, where you first hit that regular kick that got like what 5,000 views. I mean, it was people were talking about it, whether they liked it or not. You know, some people were like, "Oh, he's not looking," you know.
Yeah, we get that a lot now. A whole bunch of blind techniques. That's all I ever hear. Like, if you really think about it, I know where my kick is gonna go, and normally, like, some people, they blitz and then they turn away. And if you think about it, technically that's a blind technique too.
Right, that's true. You're not looking at what you're hitting.
most of the time, I'm gonna say most of the time, we have control over our kick. We know exactly where our kick is gonna go, and we've drilled it enough that we are confident enough to throw it in a fight. You know, like if you don't practice a move, if you don't drill a move enough, then you're not gonna throw it because you're not confident in it.
Absolutely. You definitely have to throw whatever you have with the confidence that it's gonna land and it's not gonna put you in a bad situation in case it's blocked or you miss.
Yeah, that's my take on that.
Well, speaking of, so first of all, let's take it back a half second. How did the whole introduction to Top 10 USA come about? What was it like? Did you get a phone call, a text, email, courier pigeon? How did was it Jarrett that actually contacted you, or was it maybe a Bob Liker?
I'm under my instructor. I'm under Sensei Troy. And I was fighting Enrique consistently. He has a winning record on me right now. I think it's 2-3 him, 2-3 him, and I think Jarrett contacted Sensei Troy, and we also had a really good connection with Sensei Java.
Okay.
Yeah, so since we already had that connection, and we made a huge impact, in my opinion. We made a huge impact last year. Sensei won Ocean State and he won Amerikick.
That's right.
And I won Ocean State Caps and we won teams at Diamonds. And I think that was my best year until this coming year. I think that was my best year, yeah. And we were contacted by Top 10, yeah.
Well, that is, I mean, definitely the work that you put in.
I can't tell you the date because they went through Sensei and not I.
Okay. So when did you get word that it was official?
We got word when it was official. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm not too sure. I don't remember.
Well, let's take it into 2020.
That's a good question.
What is the first tournament that you will premiere at as Top 10 USA?
We're gonna be going to Athens, Greece. We won't be at AKA, but the first NASCAR tournament, I think Ocean State.
Ocean State will be the premiere. Okay, all right. And you know, definitely a mention out to Java too, because Java is one of those guys that has definitely earned it. He is very consistent. You know, don't let his age.
So much this year.
I mean, don't let the man's age fool you. He's always a tough competitor, no matter what, where he's fighting at.
Yeah, I trained with him before, and he be whooping my butt.
And he does it with a smile on his face too. You know,
he's twice my age and whooping my butt like that.
Actually, how far are you from Java?
I think we're about 3 hours.
Okay.
3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that you gotta. You know what? It's there's such a plethora of fighters in New York that you know you can take advantage of. You can go to work out with, you know, drill with, you know, pick up knowledge anyway. But you know, it's just New York and Florida, man. It's just there's so much going on all the time.
And Atlanta.
Oh, let's not forget Atlanta there too. Atlanta is definitely hot. You know, it's well. Let me take it on over to. As I mentioned before, you and Bailey were not necessarily rivals, but you guys were coming up just about at the same time. And what does it mean to have someone like that in your division, or you're going to have to face, that will push you to the next level?
It is, and I quote, "It is annoying." It is annoying, but it is definitely, you always need somebody to push you to the next level, you know? And growing up with Bailey, us going back and forth all the time, and knowing at every tournament that I go to, that he is the person that I will most likely have to beat for my overall. Because he hasn't lost his division all year last year. The only time he lost his division was at Quebec, last year, which is crazy. So, and if you think about it, he will always be in the finals or in the runoffs or whatever. He's somebody that you will have to go through to win to win any overall. Same thing with Enrique.
Right. And Enrique really impressed me. I think it was the Irish Open. I mean, he was just
made it to Final Four, and him and his brother made it to the top 2 in open weight for juniors.
It was really impressive. I didn't recall seeing him that much until then, and I'm just watching him win match after match after match. And as you mentioned, also junior and senior, it was really impressive just to see that. And then also you cap that off with winning with your brother. You know, that's
he's a beast.
You know, absolutely. Now, with speaking back on Bailey, you guys, I would say you guys are relatively good friends.
Yeah, he's probably one of my best friends now.
And what is it that people think? Like, for example, you're gonna go and you're gonna have to, like you said, the road to first place is more than likely gonna include Bailey along the way. But on the other hand, you guys have this good friendship. It proves
it's easy for us to differentiate when it's time to be friends and when it's time to punch each other in the face. There's times where we're trying to kill all the times we're trying to kill each other. We're trying to kill each other in the ring because at the end of the day we are still trying to build our own legacy.
I think that's very well said. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand that. Hey, you can be. Actually, I mean, to really make it personal, it was something I struggled with when I was. I think it was Team CJB, and I had Freddie LePan in a division up for me, and I would win my division, and then I would fight Freddie. Back then, that you would fight light, middle,
heavy.
Exactly. And so I would always have to face Freddie, or a Jason, or a Ryan McGriff, and it was Brenda Lee that was like, "How come you don't fight your teammates as hard as you do people in the division?" And my answer was, "I don't know." And I had to sit down and think about it. In a way, I'm kind of giving up. Even though it is your teammate, at that point, it becomes an individual sport. And, I wasn't, then after thinking about that and kind of changing my mindset, it was like, I can't take it easy on my teammate just because he and I are fighting. And it changed the way I thought about things. And the next time I fought, it was a whole different fight,
Right. That's one of the things you absolutely need to be able to do.
Sometimes it takes a while to switch that on and off.
That's the same. I think it's the same thing with James too. And at the end of the day, we aren't on the same team.
Right.
I'm also trying to do whatever I can in my power to make my brand look good. Whatever I'm sporting, I got to make sure that that's what they see on stage all the time.
And that is true. It's one of the things that I remember seeing an interview about a UFC fighter. Like, look, you have to be selfish. It's an individual sport. You can be happy for your teammates. You can be happy for this one guy, but at the end of the day, one person's going to win, one person's going to lose.
Yes, sir.
And when it's like that, you would rather it be you.
Yeah, definitely. Totally agree.
So you got an event in Athens. You did a little bit of international travel last year. Have you ever been to Greece before?
No, I haven't been in Greece, and I'm gonna stay in Greece.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Well, I mean, that's the first event you're going to. What can you tell me about that?
That's the first event I'm going to this year. I'm actually really excited. We're gonna be fighting teams. My sensei and Josiah. Yeah, I'm really excited to go. I think Raquel's going also. Sensei's wife.
Okay.
And she's gonna do her thing. Yeah, I'm really excited to go. Honestly, I'm just excited to travel more internationally.
Well, let's see. Last year you went to. Actually, if you would list me the places you did go internationally last year.
I went to Bristol Open. I went to Irish Open. We went to Best Fighter in Italy. Where else did we go?
I know you went to Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey, and I think that's it.
So, being your
Yeah,
age, and you're 21 or 22?
No, I'm 18.
You're 18. Hey, look, I'm not trying to give you those extra years. What does it mean to be traveling international at this young age? You know, you're going to places that people that would have to wait years and years and years to go. Even though you're going to compete, it's still you're going to those countries and getting that cultural experience.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think I never knew from being a little kid. I never knew karate would take me all over the world. Like at one point, I wanted to compete just to go to these local events. You know, just to go to these local events because I used to see Sensei Troy go and win every time. You know, and I just wanted to be as good as he was.
And now you're whole other countries, you know?
Oh no, I'm dead. I'm alive. Yeah, but going to different countries, man, it's like a dream come true.
So give me one of your best experiences you've had in a foreign country. Maybe it was a meal, maybe it was meeting somebody, maybe it was seeing something. Like I love history, so anytime I go someplace international, I try to like read up on what happened here or certain things to see so that I can try to get out to, you know, maybe visit someplace historical. Like one of the best places I went to in Ireland was to the cliffs. You know, amazing viewpoint to see that. I mean, it's just majestic in itself.
I think I would say my best experience was when we went to Irish Open the first year in 2017. We went like exploring. We saw like a whole different places, like the cathedral and stuff like that. It was. I would say that was my favorite experience, and also get into when you go overseas. Like, of course, you're on a different team, but I feel like people from the same country, we all stick together. Yeah, and like I was hanging out with like Kevin and everybody, just everybody from America, you know.
Right. I mean, that's you go with your group over there. You kind of stick together, even though during the quote unquote season you're on different teams. But you know, when you go over to a world event like that, we're kind of all together.
Yeah, I think that's how I got closer to James, honestly. I think from England, that's how I got closer to James.
Well, I mean, sorry to hear you guys are not going to be at the Warrior Cup, but you know, what do you have for predictions for that? Since you won't be there, are you calling Bailey to win this, or what's your predictions if you had to give any for fighting?
I think Enrique's going, and I think Enrique's gonna win.
That's a bold prediction right there. I mean, he does give a lot of people trouble, and he's become a disrupt a lot of things.
Yeah, he's a beast. I have him winning the Warrior Cup.
We're gonna see if that prediction is correct. Of course, coming up the weekend of January 24th, 25th. That's where we'll be. That's where we start our coverage this year. So you're calling Enrique. Let me ask you for the ladies, if you got to put a prediction down for that.
I have Faith winning.
You got Faith winning. Interesting. And you know what? Speaking of someone that's been coming up through the ranks, she's been doing her thing too.
Yep. That's my homie.
It's always good to see young ladies that are you know, and she is so serious when everything begins, man. And she's such a nice young lady afterwards. But before you bow in until that final scores matter, she's all about it, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you kind of have to have that warrior mindset, you know. And she definitely does have that. Let's see here.
Oh no! Oh! I'm dead.
We're lagging behind this game. We got to get it together.
Yeah, I've been sniping the whole game. I'm just chilling, you know, having a good time.
Well, how long? Let me see. Someone, I don't know if you helped me with that Overwatch because I was dead. Somebody took me out.
Yeah, that's me. I think I just got played the game just now.
Oh, dude, that was a ridiculous shot. I'm gonna have to include that one in there. So you like playing a lot of shooters, a lot of FPS, a lot of first-person shooters.
Yep. This is where I thrive.
Right.
I'm
How's,
not. I mean, I'll beat anybody in 2K. Anybody watching this, I'll beat you in 2K. And I don't even play 2K.
oh,
But
the challenge is down. You know, I like it.
not Madden though.
Not bad. Well, that
That's
was.
not it.
We did have a lot of that going on a while ago. I remember Ross and Chris Gorham were playing Madden for push-ups, and
Madden for push-ups.
so the loser had to knock out 25, and you had to do it on camera too. So, you know, but they would also post the results of whoever won after the game. So we would see who's the winner and who was not. I know Kevin was playing Madden a lot too. So is Speedy. Speedy's been playing a bunch too. I know his Eagles are playing right now. Let me see. I gotta get an update on that. Let me see here. You a football fan yourself?
No, but I mean, I was at one point. I wasn't really a football fan. I think I was a Randy Moss fan. Whatever team he went to, I was there.
Gotcha.
We went to the Raiders. I think, yeah, he was on the Raiders, right?
Mm-hmm. He was on the Raiders, then New England, back to Minnesota.
Yep. The Patriots. That's my team. I got them winning the Super Bowl 2020.
So yesterday, huh? You think you're gonna see Tom Brady back?
I didn't watch it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just there for the pizza on Super Bowl day.
Right. That is that your best cheat food, pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Well, so you got to eliminate that during training. Maybe.
What I eat doesn't really affect me that much.
Right.
Maybe when I get older, but it doesn't affect me that much right now.
I'm gonna call it right now. About age 25. That's when you start noticing your first slowdown. That happens.
Man.
Yeah. So you got that to look forward to.
It's gonna be rough for us fast guys.
That's why they have other weight divisions. You start out in super light, and you know you end up in light middle or light heavy. Depends. You might not finish big grown yet. You know that'll be good. You know?
I think I'm done. I think I'm done now. It's over.
That's it.
I want to be 5'8" for the rest of my life.
That's it. No more. Not making a 6 foot club. Not looking Sensei Troy eye to eye. Huh? It's just not happening. You know? Well, let me ask you this. So, what do we got here? Let me look at this map. I am not familiar with. So, this is gonna be another get in school mode. Got some updated comments in the stream.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's an echo or something.
It's probably a slight echo. I've heard it a little bit.
And I don't know which one it is. It's okay.
It's all right. I think we'll be good to go.
All right. Choose a number 1 to 4.
Let's go with 3.
Oh man, you done dug their grave.
Uh-oh. Let me see here. Uh-oh. You going sniping again?
Nope. This is gonna be a massacre.
Uh-oh. You heard it here first.
While I'm talking to you. Watch.
Hey, there you go. Live show. I'm trying to catch it. Oh, I saw that.
Oh no.
Hey, about that, you know? I just came in the camera. You just came in the camera when I saw that. That might be a highlight of the game.
This dude is the best person on the team. This Colt guy.
Disruptor ready.
So actually, what do you think about gaming itself and people streaming as kind of a an internet phenomenon, internet culture? If you ever told me people can make money from someone watching me playing games, I would have thought you're joking.
Honestly, I really enjoy playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
But it was never like wherever you go, it was never like really celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Like ain't nobody ever thought you was gonna be able to make money playing video games.
Right. Everybody think you're wasting your time doing that.
And I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
It is definitely a part of the new media that we're used to seeing, and people making money online. You got guys that are making millions of dollars doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
So if tomorrow, if someone said, "Hey Ty, look, we want you to only stream on Twitch, and you're sponsored by Valve or Steam, blah blah blah, but you got to do it as a 10-hour a day job," would you leave karate for that?
A 10-hour a day? Yeah. Well,
that's a grind.
10 hours a day, okay, but I still have a few more hours in the day.
So you try to do both. I like it. I like
it. Work.
That would be.
I play games for like six hours a day.
Hey, good
6-7 hours.
That's a good amount. It's akin to training. It's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
You know.
And it helps. It helps that you're like, with being able to speak to people. You know, even though you're not speaking to them face to face.
Right.
Being able to speak to people is a skill. And you gotta stay keen on your hand-eye coordination. You know?
Absolutely, you gotta get ready. You gotta stay ready.
Because a lot of these people suck at video games.
This is true.
No pun intended.
Hey, it is an acquired skill, and I'm just getting back to where I'm able to slightly hold my own on some things. I mean, old school gamer here, I used to live in the arcade, especially in college.
Arcade?
Arcade,
oh, man.
or that takes it back old school.
I don't even know what that is. Nah.
At one time,
I'm kidding.
And as I say that, I just get barbecued. That's just great. Nah, but it's to be able to do this and still do it well, just like anything. Takes practice, takes a little bit of time.
Yep.
So of all the tournaments that you will go to this year, what do you think you are looking forward to the most? Which one?
I'm always, every single year, I'm always looking forward to Capital Classics. Favorite tournament, all time. Favorite tournament. I always have such a good time going to Caps.
Have you ever spent any other time in the DC area at Caps besides the tournament?
Yes, I have. I went to the zoo before with the pandas.
Oh,
they don't
yes.
have pandas anywhere else.
This is true. In our nation's capital. It's funny because a long time ago, probably 10 to 15 years ago, they were trying so hard for the pandas to actually have, little panda cubs, and it just never happened.
Really?
And yeah, they if you look it up, the pandas were named Ling Ling and Sing Sing. They were a gift from China, and they were trying everything desperately. And then both of them ended up dying. It was really sad. They actually closed the panda exhibit, and what they did is, they have the glass in which you can see them. They put all drawings that kids from the United States pulled up. We're so sorry your panda died. They addressed the letters to like the zookeepers and stuff. The kids. And eventually we got 2 new pandas, and we eventually did get that new panda cub, which was, like it's a feature in the DC Zoo. That's what people come to see.
Yeah.
But that's a little DC history for you.
Noted. I'm glad you told me that. That's kind of crazy.
It was definitely, you can look it up. It's just, you had a 24-hour panda cam to actually watch. Like what?
Yeah, I saw that.
Are they going to have the, little baby panda? And it survived. And funny thing about pandas, they all are loaned from China. So if you get pandas in your city, they eventually will have to go back to China. They will be shipped back.
Really?
Yeah, that's an agreement with the Chinese government. There you go. So that's that knowledge you get from living in a city like this.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm hoping, maybe this year, hopefully I will be around and have a lot more time at the Capital Classics. It's been busy. Had to leave from one tournament to the next. But if you come down here, let me know if you have a couple days. Man, we got so much other stuff you can see here in the city. That's just, and usually I don't have the time, but hopefully I do. Like one year, the whole SMA crew came through, and they're like, "Oh, we want to see the White House. We want to see the Smithsonian. We want to see this, that, and the other." I'm like, "All right, I got you guys. Let's go." Just like when people come to New York, they want you to be their little, their personal tour guide.
Yeah. or they like want to know where to go. Like,
Exactly.
what's
Where's the best
spots?
place to eat, or this or that?
That's dope.
Absolutely true. But then, like we're doing the same things when we go to travel other places.
I'm super excited for this year. Super.
Well, I mean, not only that, but we've got, you have some people that have changed one team over. They've changed over from one team to another, and lineups are being reset. There are people like that unfortunately are injured, like Matthew Williams just had ACL surgery.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery to him. I just saw the other day Becca Ross is recovering from surgery, so
Yeah. I saw that also.
Speedy recovery to everybody that had to go under the knife, and we look forward to seeing you guys back out here. Let's see. So let's give a shout out. Where is the school that you train at with Sensei Troy?
We train at 5303 Church Avenue.
And the name of the school
Brooklyn is Ben's Victory Martial Arts.
There you go.
Been there since I was 4 years old.
Which brings up an interesting. What made you start? I mean, martial arts is in your family. The name Ben's carries some weight. So, what made you want to start?
What made me want? Well, I'm not a Ben's, but I was put into that school simply because I just didn't know what to do with myself. My mom said that I couldn't sit down to save my life. Like I was always moving around, and she needed something for me to do.
Right.
And I played other sports. As I was coming up, but I think the time in my life that really made me like stick to karate was my high school time period. The end of middle school, start of high school. I actually played a little bit of everything growing up. I ran track in middle school and elementary school, and I also played basketball in elementary school.
Okay.
Like, those are the things I did in school. I was a part of a football program outside of school, and there was no sports in high school, like at all. Like that, my high school did not have sports whatsoever. So I was in a position where it was just karate, and it's always been there for me. So it's like, might as well, I didn't go to find sports to play. I was just like, I'm gonna stick with karate, and I'm gonna be good at this.
I hear you. But also you like you said, you were doing dual sports, but as your mom said, I needed something for you to do to sit down. That's where you got discipline and everything else, and it's always amazing to hear someone's story. Like, how did they start? A lot of people like, oh, I saw this movie, or my friend came in. One of the interesting things, if you go for Travis Plowden, Travis said he was in elementary school, and a kid came in with a boxing belt that he won, from some, a local tournament or a junior championship. And he thought, or it might have been a trophy, but still, he thought it was the coolest thing ever. And he actually wanted to box first. And his uncle, being who his uncle is, he got in martial arts. And you never know when something like that is gonna encourage someone else to do what we do. Or maybe it's a movie. A lot of people, it was like Ninja Turtles or Jean-Claude Van Damme or Chuck Norris, or their relatives. Maybe their mother was, a martial artist. Maybe their cousin or brother. But, to do that and also to have that commitment, like you said, through high school.
Most of the people that I started with, they aren't doing karate anymore. Like I had to, it was like every single time I had to just keep finding a different set of friends.
They're committed.
But I just thought of it as school. You know how in elementary school you go through the kindergarten through 5th grade, and then you go to middle school, and then you have a whole new different set of friends.
Right.
That's how I thought of it.
And it's funny because life is like that itself. You have your friends in high school. You'll depending on who you work with, You have friends there, or college, or anything. Even if you were in the military, you would have a certain set of friends because you joined the military for 4 to 8 years. So you can have a group of friends like that, and you're always recycling friends in and out. Hopefully, good friends in and out of your life.
Right. Yep. Noted. I'll.
Hey, let go of the toxic. Definitely let go of the toxic and keep the positive. That is definitely what we're all about.
Yes, sir.
Well, how much of an influence has having, Sensei Troy in your life been for you, not only from the martial arts, but also from, a growing up perspective?
Sense was an amazing martial artist. I still think he is one of the best people, to ever do karate. And I'm very biased when I say that, so I don't want to hear anything in that comment section.
Don't at me.
But yeah, don't at me. But he is more than just my instructor. He talks to me about stuff. He's one of the people that I could go to about anything. He won't judge me or anything. He'll give me his honest opinion, and he'll give me his opinion from his perspective, like what he's been through and how I should approach it, and to make sure I don't make the same mistakes. And if I decide not to listen, then he'll be like, "All right, I'm gonna let you make your own mistakes then." And I'll go through whatever, and then
experience is a good teacher. But also that bond between not only instructor and student, but also not many people say they're friends, but also family with their instructor. And I believe you have all of that at your advantage, and also with his wife and your upcoming his son as well coming up. Because think of, you're going to be an influence on him.
Yeah.
As he
Hopefully
comes
we can fight teams one day.
Hey, now you just got to hold on. You're committing yourself to at least 16 years of hard training and staying around and everything. You could do it. It's absolutely, it could be done. But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I want to fight Team 7 one day.
And that is definitely a good goal to have.
Man,
it's a tight match so far.
I think he made such an impact on who I am, and I don't plan on getting rid or breaking the bond or burning the bridge or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Between us, because he is somebody that I look up to, and as well as Sam. Sam had a huge Sam also had a huge impact on my life. He is also somebody I talk to.
He's one of the most down-to-earth people when he was living in this area, and to have Sam to train with, every Sunday, it was great. He is such a down-to-earth person for not only his self, but his skill level, and even beyond that in terms of just, I love the fact that he's in the military. He's just such an honest, down-to-earth person. So much good things you can say about him.
Oh no! Oh no! Is he about to turn on me? Oh no, he's not.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can pull this one out. We're down by 3. And I just donated one to him.
I also had other people that I grew up with. Looked up to, Master Garth Bins. Sensei Jadi also. He recently, when I'm saying recent, 2 or 3 years ago, he made a huge impact on my life. Because he was a person that I could also talk to. Right. Karate wise, he's one of the smartest people I know.
100%. It's sitting down and talking to Jody, we had a nice conversation about 3 years ago. He was teaching a seminar, and I was just talking to him. I was like, could you imagine when you and I were on the same team 20 years later, you would be doing this, and you would be at this point in your life? And he says, he says, I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. There's so much I've learned and so much I've experienced. And, you know, life does that to you. It's what you pick up along the way that makes you who you are today. I mean, even if you have scars, though, each one of those scars tells a story, and you should learn a lesson from them. You know, it's just a lot to pick up. Let's see where we at here. Oh, that was a nice kill.
Are we winning yet? Oh my god.
We're down by. Just.
I got us. Don't worry.
Uh-oh. This is just like in team fights, like you're tired. You gotta pick me up.
I got it. Don't worry. I got us.
There you go.
Oh, alright. Look, I brought us within 2. Come on.
Yes, you did. Oh, we won. We're in 1.
Come on.
Oh, there we go. We just tied it. And I just gave it up.
I got you. Oh, I missed. Alright, we tied again. Come on.
Let's go. Let's do it.
We're gonna win this game. Hold on, real quick. Where's everybody at?
Why
is the game taking so long to finish?
Yeah, it's been some long games.
I'm dead.
Uh-oh.
Another person, actually, that I looked up to. Well, not looked up to, but somebody that I could talk to was Cam.
Oh, Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah. Cam had an impact on. I mean, my sensei had an impact on Cam, and Cam took an interest in me. You know.
That is pretty cool.
And I'm all about if you show an interest in me, I wouldn't mind, you know, reciprocating that energy.
Hey, you know, putting that positive energy back out there, you know. You know.
I'm dead.
Uh-oh. Did not win that gunfight. Down by 2. Come on.
I got a double kill.
Down by 1.
Oh,
you know what? This brings up an interesting scenario. Let's relate this to a team sparring match. Whereas, if the score's tied, do you go for the win, or you play it safe and just say, all right, we're gonna just go to sudden victory, and I'll take my chances there.
Wait, say it again. If the score is tied.
If the score's tied, and you see that it's 10 seconds left, do you just say, hey, I'm gonna back away, I'm gonna take the tie and go to sudden victory, or you try to go for the win?
It depends. It depends on the person you're fighting. It depends on the person you're fighting, because some people may gas out. You know. If it's in, alright. I'm gonna go by leagues. If it's in Waco and then they add an extra minute on the clock, and you know the person isn't gonna last with you for another minute, and you just go into overtime and then you work from there.
Right.
If it's in NASCAR. You should always have a contingency plan, you know? Some a setup or a move that always, or the percentage of his scoring is higher. So you could go into overtime. And then work off of that specific setup.
That release is perfect. We're down by 1. We got 23 seconds to go. The clock is ticking. As someone would say, oh, we're tied up. Oh, they're ahead by 1. I feel like I'm calling a match. 2 points down. We got a score.
Wait, who got a man? Oh, they got a sniper's nest. It's over. They just gonna hide.
Yeah, they're just gonna sit and just camp and take the win.
31.
Just down by 3.
Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Nah, I think that about covers it. We got at least 50 minutes of gameplay, and what I'll do is I'll cut this down, and what I'll do is I'll schedule the cut down version, but then I'll leave a link for the raw footage. Anybody who comes in here and check out the whole 50 minutes, they can. So
yes,
what I need you to do when you get done, let's go ahead and exit the party when we get out of here so we're not doing any additional recording. Send me the link when YouTube gets finished publishing this so I can go and grab that, and hopefully I'll take time
to
to
end
edit.
the stream now if you need me to.
Yeah, go ahead, and I'm going to end mine too. Let me stop broadcast.
Should we leave the party or no?
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
Can I hear you here?
You can as soon as